if you can see it or not, but this is my Typhon 6S. I've got the RPM front bumper, rear skid plate. I put a 15 tooth pinion on it because that 16 was a little squirrely, so I geared it down one. I boiled my wing mounts to make them a little softer. I'm gonna get an RPM wing mount for this. I have one for the Creighton, and it's nice and flexible, super tough. It's not gonna break, and it will take it'll take the pressure off the diff compartment. So I had my pinion slip when I was driving yesterday. That 16 I had on here. And I took that opportunity to take it off and to replace the stock hardware on the motor mount. Those two screws are very shallow headed. Like, the business end of them is super shallow, so you can strip them out really easy, especially if your screwdriver is not nice and new. If you're going to go at that thing and you haven't gotten into it yet, definitely try to use the best screwdriver that you've got. The cleanest, preferably brand new. That's what I did, and it came out pretty easy. I got lucky with that one. But you don't always. My Creighton, I had to drill that one out. But that wasn't from the factory. That car was pre-owned, so probably somebody had already done that sort of thing, and they wrenched it down pretty good. But it was still the stock screws, and they suck. So yeah, replace those right away if you manage to get them out. Put something that's got a deeper head in there. Yeah, so I like the 15 on here. Feels better. The slightest touch of the wheel, and like that, one little touch. And these larger knobbier wheels that I have on here too, it brings it up off the ground a little bit more, and that's what I like, because I don't want to be hitting rocks and stuff. So if I have to sacrifice a little bit of the steering to get off the ground, that's fine. I'm hoping to kill this horsefly that keeps buzzing my head. Also, I'm using, this is the second charge on my Goldbat 6S battery. Yeah, if you have scoured Amazon, you know, and looking for 6S batteries, you know the one I'm talking about. There's two of them that are $40. That's this one and the Pavway, and they're the same battery, same specs, that is. They're wrapped differently. The Pavway is wrapped a little bit better than the Goldbat. It's wrapped twice, I think. The Goldbat, you can see the cells, you know. It's a clear wrap on that, and you can see the cells, so you can count 6 on the side. And that's what scared me, because it's labeled as a 4S, and I said, you got to be kidding me. It's even priced like a 4S. That's that's the scary thing, but it's not. They're both 6S batteries. I know, because I had to go out and buy a separate charger just for the 2 batteries I just bought for this car. Ooh, nice. See, that's these Hobby Park tires. They're a little bit meatier than the stock tire, so you can get better correction, and they get you up off the ground a little bit. So yeah, I've got my front shock stiffened up as hard as they'll go. The back still have some in them, but really I'm worried about the front, and, you know, hitting jumps and stuff. You don't want to be bottoming out too much when you're on your ascent. Like, as soon as you hit the thing, you'll go, it'll scrape, and yeah, I'm trying to cut down on that. That's why I got the bumper. The bumper, actually, I got for the wheels, because you know they're totally exposed out here with that teeny little thing they got going on. So this will at least with a front end impact, it won't kill my car when I have that on there. So they're definitely worth having. If you have this car, get something on the front of that right away. Also, tip number 2, do not put aluminum anywhere. Fuck that shit. The plastic that Arma has in here is meant to break, because it breaks and it sacrifices itself for the good of the car. That's what happens. Whether it's the A-arms or it's the shock towers or the diff cases, you have it. Actually, the diff cases, if I was going to improve anything, that would be the one improvement I would make. And then and only then should you start putting aluminum around the car. Only if you change the diff cases to aluminum. After that, go ahead and deck it out with aluminum. But everything's attached to those diff cases in one way or another. The stuff that sticks out anyway. So don't go start putting that stuff that sticks out. Don't go start changing that out with aluminum, because then you're going to break your diff cases. And then you're in for some serious wrenching. So, you know, the car's perfect how it is, guys. Perfect how it is. If you're just a regular driver like this. Now, if you want to go bashing and stuff, aluminum. Aluminum diff housing. That's what you got to do. And maybe even beef up your gears. Ooh, there's a hole there. It's disguised with all the... So that's my non-pro tip. Trust me, I'm no professional. I just know common sense. And I've done some construction in my life. You know, I'm not a newbie. Not to construction and design. I'm a newbie to RCs. So, and also, you can just go by other people's experiences. Do some reading. You will find out that people have a bigger headache after they start fucking with a car. Sure, change your wheels out. Do stuff like that. That's fun. You know? But blinging your car out with aluminum because you think it's going to make it tougher is only going to give you a bigger problem. That's twice now. Now I got to go get it. Alright, where's the fuzz button? So, this is my one battery for this car today. Actually, with that little dinky charger that I bought, it goes up to 10 amps, you know. You can sacrifice your 3S batteries or your 4S to charge a 6S. Yes. So I love these. They're 4,500 milliamp 6S batteries, 50C. But as you can see, it's plenty. It's plenty for this sort of thing, and that's all I do. I don't send it. The biggest send I do is that jump over there. But you know, I like my cars, and I don't want to ruin them. I love them. I love them nice and shiny, and you know. Of course, a battle-scarred car is a tough car too. It's proven its worth, which this one will in the end, because it's, you know, these are long-lasting cars, especially if you maintain them. These cars are super easy to get into all the diffs and everything, so, you know, once every 3 weeks, once a month, if you drive the car regularly, pop them open, give them a little look. I mean, you kind of don't have to do that. You can feel it when you're turning the wheels, if you know what you're feeling for, but it is good to get in there and inspect it. Just make sure all the teeth are intact and that sort of thing. Make sure the lube is in there. If anything, that's going to be your major thing, is lubrication kind of becoming non-usable in there anymore, non-effective. So, you know, give it a squirt every so often. I know this thing's going to be good and hot when I get to it. But, yeah, I have not had any problem with those Spectrum motors. The Spectrum Firma ESCs. They seem pretty top-notch to me. But I know it's kind of luck of the draw, you know. I don't think it's anything that people are doing. If anything they're doing, see, I think one of the reasons I've never had a big problem with my ESCs shitting out on me is because I don't buy 100C batteries. The most my battery C rating is 80. That's the highest C rating. And Stu has burnt out 2 ESCs